Ladies and gentlemen, today we stand at the crossroads of our aspirations and the reality of our daily lives. Each of us carries within us a profound dream, a vision of who we want to be and what we want to achieve. But there's a bridge we must cross to get there, a bridge built not from grand gestures, but from something far more foundational: discipline. Discipline is the silent architect of our freedom. It may seem paradoxical, but it's in the strict adherence to our principles, routines, and self-imposed standards that we discover our truest form of liberation. Today, I want to talk about how discipline, often viewed as a constraint, actually unlocks the door to our ultimate freedom. Imagine, if you will, a sculptor meticulously working on a block of marble. The room is quiet, save for the rhythmic sound of the chisel striking the stone. Each hit is deliberate, precise, and measured. The sculptor's hands are steady, every movement carefully calculated. This is not the result of chance or random effort. It's a culmination of years of dedication and practice. The sculptor is not free to simply carve the marble in any arbitrary way. No, their freedom lies in the ability to mold the stone into a form that reflects their vision and skill. This disciplined approach, this mastery over each stroke, is what reveals the beautiful form hidden within the stone. Discipline in our lives functions in a remarkably similar way. It acts as the chisel that sculpts our destiny. But let's be clear, discipline is not about rigid adherence to rules for the sake of rules. It is not about confining ourselves to arbitrary standards or limiting our creativity. Instead, discipline is about embracing a lifestyle of consistent effort and focused intent. It is about the daily commitment to our goals, the consistent application of effort, and the unwavering adherence to our personal values. This is what builds mastery in any field. Think about the athletes who push their bodies to the limit. They are not driven by an inherent talent alone. Their greatness is forged through discipline. Every early morning, every late night, every repetition of their routines is a testament to their commitment. They train relentlessly, often pushing through physical and mental barriers because they understand that true mastery demands such dedication. Their discipline, often unseen and uncelebrated, is what turns raw talent into excellence. It is this relentless pursuit of improvement, the ability to push through discomfort and obstacles, that ultimately creates a life of freedom and success. Similarly, consider the musicians who practice for hours each day. The world sees the final performance, the polished notes, and flawless execution. But behind the scenes lies countless hours of practice, repetition, and perseverance. Their discipline in honing their craft, in refining each technique, is what enables them to transcend mediocrity and achieve greatness. Discipline in this context is not a constraint, but a tool that amplifies their potential, allowing them to reach new heights and express themselves fully. Discipline also plays a critical role in personal growth and development. It is the foundation upon which we build our character and integrity. When we commit to our goals with discipline, we are essentially saying to ourselves and the world, I am willing to do what it takes to succeed. This commitment is not just about the actions we take, but also about the mindset we cultivate. It's about developing a relentless drive to improve and a deep-seated belief that we are capable of achieving greatness. Moreover, discipline is not just about overcoming obstacles, it is also about creating opportunities. When we approach our work with discipline, we create a framework for success. This structured approach allows us to manage our time effectively, prioritize our tasks, and remain focused on our objectives. By adhering to a disciplined routine, we set ourselves up for success by systematically addressing the challenges and seizing the opportunities that come our way. Let's delve deeper into how discipline helps us navigate adversity. Challenges are an inevitable part of life. No matter how skilled or talented we are, we will encounter obstacles that test our resolve. But it is our discipline that equips us to face these challenges head on. When we have cultivated a disciplined approach to our goals, we have already built resilience through our daily habits and unwavering commitment. This resilience allows us to view obstacles not as barriers, but as opportunities to grow. Discipline becomes our armor, protecting us from the storms of life and enabling us to navigate them with confidence and grace. Consider the story of those who have achieved remarkable success against all odds. Many of them share a common thread. They faced significant challenges, but overcame them through sheer discipline and determination. Their stories are not just about talent or luck. They are about the relentless pursuit of their goals and the ability to stay the course despite adversity. Their discipline in the face of challenges is what ultimately paved the way for their success. In essence, discipline is the driving force behind mastery and success. It is the chisel that carves out our potential, the structure that supports our growth, and the resilience that helps us overcome adversity. It is through discipline that we unlock our true capabilities and achieve greatness. As we strive towards our goals, let us remember that discipline is not a restriction, but a pathway to our ultimate freedom. It is the foundation upon which we build our dreams and the tool that helps us realize them. Let's take a moment to explore the profound concept of personal freedom. We often equate freedom with the ability to act on impulse, to do whatever we want, whenever we want. But let me challenge that notion. True freedom is far more profound than mere spontaneity. It's the freedom to be our authentic selves, to live in alignment with our deepest values and potential, and to fulfill the purpose for which we were created. Discipline is the key that unlocks this kind of freedom. It might seem counterintuitive at first. How can something that involves structure and routine be the gateway to freedom? But think of it this way: discipline is not a constraint. Rather, it is the framework within which true freedom can flourish. Consider the life of a classical musician. They dedicate countless hours to perfecting their craft, adhering to rigorous practice schedules and technical exercises. On the surface, this might seem like a sacrifice of freedom. Yet the reality is quite the opposite. Through discipline, they master their instrument, achieving a level of skill that allows them to express themselves fully and freely through their music. The routines and standards they adhere to are not restrictions but enablers of their artistic expression. They gain the freedom to push the boundaries of their craft, to innovate, and to inspire. In our own lives, discipline functions similarly. By establishing routines and setting standards, we create a structure that supports our personal growth. This structure may seem restrictive at first, like the walls of a cage confining us. But it is precisely this structure that enables us to break free from the chaos of indecision and procrastination. When we impose discipline on ourselves, we carve out a clear path forward, a path that leads to self-discovery and personal fulfillment. Think about the feeling of liberation that comes from completing a challenging project or achieving a long-held goal. That sense of accomplishment isn't just about the end result. It's about the journey of discipline that led to it. Every step of focus, every moment of dedication, each instance where you chose to stay the course despite distractions, these are the building blocks in the structure of your freedom. The true power of discipline lies in its ability to create inner peace. When we are disciplined, we align our actions with our values and goals. This alignment creates a sense of purpose and satisfaction. We no longer live in a state of constant conflict or distraction. Instead, we live harmoniously with our deepest desires and aspirations. The internal discord that arises from failing to live according to our true selves is replaced by a profound sense of contentment and direction. Consider how discipline helps us develop mental fortitude. Life is unpredictable. Challenges and adversities are inevitable. But when we practice discipline, we cultivate the strength to face these challenges head on. We develop resilience not just to endure, but to thrive. Discipline teaches us to respond to life's difficulties with integrity and resolve, guided by our inner strength and convictions. Imagine a soldier facing a battle. Their discipline and training and preparation allows them to confront the enemy with bravery and skill. Their actions are not random, but guided by a set of principles and practices that they have adhered to rigorously. In the heat of battle, their discipline provides clarity and focus, enabling them to make strategic decisions and act with purpose. This is the freedom that discipline provides, the freedom to act decisively and with conviction, even in the most challenging circumstances. Similarly, in our personal and professional lives, discipline equips us with the tools to navigate uncertainty and adversity. It helps us stay grounded and focused, allowing us to make thoughtful decisions rather than being swayed by external pressures or emotional turmoil. This ability to choose our responses, to act in accordance with our values and goals, is perhaps the highest form of personal freedom. It is the freedom to remain true to ourselves, to act with integrity, and to live authentically, regardless of the circumstances we face. The relationship between discipline and freedom is a profound one. While discipline might seem like a restrictive force, it is, in fact, the very thing that creates the space for true freedom to thrive. It is through the disciplined pursuit of our goals and values that we discover our greatest potential and achieve the freedom to live authentically and purposefully. In essence, discipline is the bridge that connects our aspirations to our reality. It transforms our dreams into actionable plans and our potential into tangible achievements. It is through discipline that we gain the freedom to shape our destiny, to live in alignment with our deepest values, and to fulfill our purpose. So as you journey through life, remember that discipline is not a burden, but a pathway to your truest form of freedom. Embrace it, and you will unlock the doors to a life of fulfillment, purpose, and authentic expression. So let's redefine our understanding of freedom. It's not just about breaking free from constraints. It's about mastering the art of discipline. It's about embracing the daily grind, the sacrifices, and the unwavering commitment to our goals. Discipline may seem like a limitation at times, but it's actually the key that unlocks the doors to our greatest potential. It shapes our abilities, fortifies our resilience, and clears the path to our true freedom. As you go forward from today, remember this: discipline is not your enemy, it's your ally in the quest for a life of purpose and fulfillment. Embrace it, cultivate it, and let it lead you to the freedom you seek.